29. Let's see what's in here then. Right. May 3rd. I received a clandestine letter from the Chaldean Empire regarding the Runebarrows, signed by a man by the name of Hertzwine. He claimed to be in service of a Galadian lord, but neglected to name any names. He offered a hefty sum in exchange for information on the Barrows, and exclusive rights to excavate therein. Barrows belong to the League of Nations. The choice to sell them off to some imperial nobleman is not mine alone to make. I must report this to Molka at once. Exclusive mining rights? Why is the Empire being so sneaky about it? I do not know. Did not know any of this. Let's read on. May 18th. I can't understand what Molka is thinking. He will grant New Neva neither funds to rebuild, nor soldiers to protect his people from monsters. Surely even he can see this as a death sentence. And he had the gall to entrust me with matters pertaining to the Barrows. Some Margrave he's turned out to be. How can I alone save a town that has been abandoned by its Margrave? Here I may no longer be in a position to resist Hertzwine's mysterious offer. I'd heard as much from the townsfolk, but what a useless Margrave he turned out to be. He just left everyone to die. Margrave Molka's behavior was certainly odd upon reflection. How could a greedy little man like him turn his nose up at money-making potential of the Barrows? Perhaps he and this Hertzwine character were conspiring together. You think the League of Nations would throw its oar in with the Empire? What's in it for them? Right. Selling the rights means the Empire will get to keep everything. The League wouldn't like that. If he was as greedy as you say, why wouldn't he keep it all for himself? Right. Exactly. What if, instead, he had been promised something more valuable than that which could be found in the Barrows? For example, his own life and the survival of House Chantra. Aisha, what are you saying? If I were this Hertzwine's fellow's lord, I would offer Molka a chance to keep his land free of imperial influence, should the Empire become aggressive. In exchange, Molka would be expected to turn a blind eye toward anything regarding the Barrows. That alone would be enough to turn a spineless, self-serving man like Molka. And the Empire could come and go as they pleased, with no one to oppose them. The League isn't just a tool for the Empire to use and abuse, though. What right would they have? You think the Empire would start a war over one measly little ruin? No, perhaps not over one ruin. Regardless, starting a war would mean giving up their anonymity. Why expose yourself if you didn't have to? You knew not who this lord is. They're close enough to the Emperor to wield his power. They must be of considerable influence, highly ranked, no doubt. Someone callous enough to manipulate Molka so readily may not care if their actions result in war. Or worse still, someone intent on sowing their seeds of disorder. Someone for whom war is the goal. All right. Let's keep in mind that this little fantasy. Let's keep in mind that this is your own little fantasy we've been talking about here. Of course, but it would explain Molka's behavior. And if I'm right, the person behind it must be more villainous than I can even imagine. A storm may yet be approaching. A big one. You sure know a lot about politics for a kid. Right. I told you before, my magic made it difficult to make friends. So Father brought me a great many books. Friends I knew in my books were the only friends I had. Remember, I live in a remote frontier town. Passing merchants and annual trips to the city were my only chance to add to my collection. Children's books were hard to come by. History, math, I was given an awful lot of difficult books. Even still, I enjoyed when Father would read to me, and enjoyed learning to read to myself even more. Every time I learned a new word, he'd pat my head, say something like, "You're so smart, Isha. Good job." Guru, you're not crying, are you?
Of course not. Just something in my eye. You're the one crying, mate.
Nah, my eyes are just a little sweaty or something. You know, Visha is right. Why does this lord fellow want the treasure in the Barrows so badly anyway? That I do not know, but according to my father, he also wanted information. Is it possible they didn't know what was down there? But they must have been looking for something. Something, anything, I don't know. Let's just keep reading. May 23rd. Today's General Assembly could not have gone worse. My proposal to send an expedition into the Barrows was opposed fiercely by the town elders. Something about a sorcerer of legend. Shiva, in particular, was very vocal in his disdain for my idea. Not surprising, given what he knows of Barrows' blessing. Even so, there's no going back now. The pact with Hearthswine has already been made. I had heard the Empire's research into magic had been progressing well. If they would just lend us their support, I'm sure we could find a way around that damn blessing. The Barrows' blessing? What could that be? Treasure. I suppose my father is my treasure. Growing up with this magic, and this hair, everyone around me seemed unnerved. But my father always stood by me, even when no one else would. He told me this power was a gift from the land, encouraged me to be proud of who I was, what I was. I was right, just like the citizens of Old Neva, and those monsters. I'm under that sorcerer's experiments. Wait, we don't know that yet.
She's right. There's more to read.
More. The next entry is about the expedition into the Barrows. May 28th. While searching the Barrows, we came upon a four-legged monster. Iron legs, no less. Except for me, and Kukrit, who I believe may have escaped. The rest of the expedition team are dead. Forgive me, everyone. I am wounded, perhaps beyond hope. Isha, I'm so sorry for leaving you alone in this cruel world. You are, and will forever be, my one and only treasure. I wanted to solve the mystery of these Barrows and free you from their blessing once and for all. My dear, dear daughter, I pray your life be long with rich and happiness. Isha, are you all right? This diary is to be believed. My father is already... In that case, who have we been chasing all this time?
Okay, take it easy. We don't know yet.
Save your platitudes. Look, all this blood. Father, were you in the Barrows because of me?
Aisha, life isn't always as simple as a treasure hunt, right? There'll be hard times, and harder times again. There'll be times when you just want the earth to open up and swallow you whole. So never feel bad about falling to your knees. That's where the world is pushing. Cry till you can't cry no more. But never, and I mean never, let life break your spirit. When you're done crying, you stand up and press on, no matter what. Just like she said before.
Now that sounds like an adventure. It's important to learn about your limits, and about what to train in advance, and about preparation, of course. To me, it's iron will that makes an adventurer. The unbreakable determination to press on, find the treasure, make it out of any situation alive, no matter what.
No matter what they throw at you, if you can stand up on the other side of it, then you're not lost yet. The treasure that'll make it worthwhile is in front of you, not behind you. So you gotta get back up.
Isha, if we're ever going to know the truth, we'll have to find whatever that was in the Barrows. But we've already searched the Barrows. Father wasn't there. Take a look at this.
What is that?
Last page of the diary. The mayor drew this, didn't he? Father was an earnest researcher. This looks like he copied an old map of Nether. And if this map is right, there's a Minra in the plaza. They'll take us somewhere we haven't been yet.
Minra in the plaza? What do you... Ah!
Yep. Shiva's clock tower. Old Shiva and his pals built that clock tower around a Minra. The people of Old Neva must have done it after they sealed the sorcerer away, so that no one would ever go back to that part of the Barrows. The mayor we saw is there. I just know it. My scavenger sense is telling me so. Sense, huh?
A scavenger sense is nothing to sniff at. Mercs have it too, you know. Instincts. Honed through years of experience.
Okay. I'll believe in your scavenge sense, CJ. We should find Shiva. Ask him about the clock tower and about his Barrows blessing. Shiva, we'd like a word. Quite urgent.
Can't it wait?
We cannot. We found the mayor's diary in the Barrows. I think you should give it a quick look.
Daska, how could you be so stupid as to let the Empire make such fools of us?
Shiva, please tell me everything you know about the Barrows blessing.
Forget about that, you hear? There's nothing anyone can do about it now anyway.
Shiva, please. Please tell me.
You'll wish I hadn't. In this town, every few decades, a child is born with a raw lens inside their body. These children all have azure hair, and they're all born with a natural ability for magic.
So that's why Isha can use magic.
Aye, you've got a raw lens, all right, inside you.
I knew it.
These azure-haired children are often skilled mages. They don't get to enjoy it for long. The lens fills them with power and corrupts their bodies. They don't live to see adulthood.
No. Why? Why Isha? Why only Isha?
I wager it's because she's gifted, knowledgeable. But I don't know. Damn it. As far as back as I can remember, the townsfolk have called this Barrows' blessing. Of course, the youngsters don't know of it. Only Daska and the other elders know anything about it.
Shut up, you're wrong. You must be wrong. It's not a blessing. It's a curse.
You want me to take these lonely, suffering children, look them in the eye, tell them they're cursed? Sure, that would help.
I didn't know
The ancestors couldn't end it. Nor could I. Nor could Daska.
And have you tried everything? Tried absolutely everything to break this curse, have you?
If Daska had other options, he'd never have made a deal with the Chaldeans, would he?
I see. So that's why Father ignored your protests, proceeded with the expedition. And you tried to keep me from the Barrows because you knew I had, well, not long left to live.
Just wanted you to live your life in peace, that's all. Can you ever forgive me, Isha?
Aisha, look at me. Don't listen to another word of this. Thank you, Shiva. It would appear I've misjudged you.
Look at me. You have every right to live. Anything you're born with belongs to you. Don't let some old curse make choices about who you are. What gives this sorcerer and his magic the right? Just wait till I get my hands on him.
Sorcerer, magic. Wait! The sigil! Look, the sigil the mayor drew in the diary is the same as the sigil I saw in that lab down in the Barrows. The monster in the hologram got trapped in the sigil, and the sorcerer pulled the raw lens from its body.
And what?
You don't think it's odd? That sorcerer was supposed to be sealed away hundreds of years ago. But still, every few decades, right here in this town, a child is born with a blessing. Even though the sorcerer's been locked away for much longer than that. You mean...
Daska said something similar a long time ago. He didn't think the numbers worked.
Exactly. Isa, Shiva. There's no sorcerer down there. Just a spell that's casting itself over and over. In the vision, the Eiyuden Van thought the sorcerer wasn't alone. Sorcerer performed the transmutation spell on all of them, and grew raw lenses in each of their bodies. He said as much, didn't he? The grade of lens is determined by the amount of magical power within the subject. Exactly. Something with a lot of magical power could grow a high-grade lens if the transmutation spell was given enough time. But monsters like that don't come along every day.
So instead of one big guinea pig, he tried it with many, many small ones.
Exactly, Guru. Exactly. He sacrificed the old Nevins to try and mass-produce raw lenses.
What a villain.
Old Nevins must have been better with magic than townsfolk around here today. That's why he was able to get several lenses at once from them. And of those people, some realized what he had done and sought revenge.
His own creations turned against him.
The spell was set up so that it would work even when the sorcerer himself wasn't there. Kept going by the sigil in the drawing, and that humongous lens we saw. That's why I was born this way. It makes sense, doesn't it? That's the reason for Isha's lens. The sigil entered the town. So stands the reason we head to the ruins under the plaza and smash up that sigil. Isha's blessing might just break too. Not might, it will. It definitely will. Isha and I didn't get off on the right foot. She's my friend. No, my treasured friend. We have to try and save her. CJ.
Nothing more to say, is there? Let's get down to them barrels and bust it up.
Karoo.
Gramps, this clock tower used to be a minarette, didn't it?
It did?
Wait, I do remember the elders mentioning something about that when I was little. The clock tower was built from a massive stone that had fallen in the plaza.
I knew it. Wasn't there an indent that a rune lens could fit in? Wasn't there an indent that a rune lens could fit into somewhere? That's the only way to power a Minrare.
You're right, I saw it myself. The stone inside the tower has a ridge just the right size for a lens to slip into.
Where? Where?
It's a hollow at the bottom, where the driving weight descends to ring the bell. There's no way to get you in there, though.
Why not?
The gear that connects the driving weight to the transmitting mechanism is broken. No matter how many times I wind the drum, neither the weight nor the hands will move an inch. If we can't get that weight to move, we can't reach the hollow.
I'm lost. We need to rebuild the gear to get the clock tower to work. Until it works, we can't reach the Minrare. Is that right?
Yes.
Why didn't you just say that then? Alright, so let's go get a new gear made.
Easier said than done. It's a big one. And it has to work with all the other gears and pinions, too. It's got to be exactly the same as the original. There's no one around here who could make it.
Where can we find one who can, then?
In the capital.
That's quite a trek. Or Chaldea. The Empire. The Chaldean Empire has a thriving mechanical industry. Surely one of their machinists can make it.
Forget it. That's even farther away than capital it is.
Why can't the smithy take care of it? Cantor's good, you know.
I wouldn't know about that.
We'll go ask him. Tatara, we've got an order for you.
What's the matter? You don't chip something again, did you?
Thankfully, no. I do have something I really need your help with, though.
Probably quicker if we just show you. You mind coming with us to the clock tower for a bit?
Mysterious. Well, I can't say no to you guys, can I? Head back to the plaza and I'll follow you over in a few. You have my thanks, Tatara. Tatara.
Even Shiva's here. What's this about? We've got something to show you, but it's in the clock tower, so come along. Watch your step now.
So this is what the inside looks like.
Oi! Get a move on, will ya? This machine runs the beating heart of the clock tower. Here you'll find the gears that keep everything moving.
Tatara, we need you to build us a gear that will fit into this mechanism.
Huh? You want me to make you a gear?
Oh, please, Tatara. We really need it.
This type of work doesn't typically fall under the category of blacksmithing.
Doesn't?
Making weapons and equipment is based on forging. Basically bashing metal with a hammer. This kind of intricate, fine detailed metal is made through casting, pouring molten metal into a mold. Afraid I've never done any casting before.
Oh.
Now come on. You've seen one metal slab, haven't you? You've seen them all. Don't tell me about my trade, bucko. Tools needed couldn't be more different. Which is it? Let me have a look. Interesting. I'm afraid I have absolutely no idea how this works. It's like a headache to me. Do you still have a broken gear from before? Just over there. Chipped, but mostly intact. Might be able to make a mold after all. Gonna need a big container to melt it down, though. But I'll need, yeah.
Tatara?
We'll take a mold of the broken gear, then melt it down and cast it anew. Might work, might not.
Oh.
But we need something else.
And I'm guessing it's not easy to get.
Star tears.
Star tears? Astrolacrum. If you're right, Guru. Not easy to get.
Course it's not. What is it anyway?
Star tears are what we call shooting stars. Tatara needs the type of steel that's taken from them. It's incredibly rare.
What'd you need it for anyway? Can't you just use the broken one? What if I could? But like I said, it's chipped. Try looking for the chip if you want it.
Can't we just make the gears out of regular iron? It's just that we don't really have a lot of time.
Wish there was more I could do, but all these gears are made of astrolacrum. If we just shoved a gear in and made it something else, it'd break right away.
So I'll just go look for the gear fragment. The bit that broke off.
I already toured the place asunder looking for it. Assuming it didn't shatter. Someone in town must have it. Who'd have thought making a simple gear would be such a pain? There's no steel stronger than an astrolacrum. The service for parts, weapons and armor too. But it chipped when it fell over in the earthquake. Must have been brittle. Poorly cast, probably. You might be right about that. All the other parts are still in one piece.
So it's got a reputation, I see. Understood, Tara. We'll get you what you need. Wait for us at your shop.
Sure. I'll have my son and his miner, pals. All these parts over. You lot take care now.
Hi. Do you know anything about anyone who might have taken anything from around the clock tower? I'm looking for someone who might have found a gear fragment. I reckon Amari might know something about that. Amari? Who's that?
The drunkard who drinks in the plaza, even though a perfectly good tavern got built.
Oh, that guy.
I don't know why. I have a feeling Amari might be able to help.
I'll go ask. Thanks. Have you seen Amari around anywhere? I've already checked the plaza. Have you tried his house? I'm sure his wife Preta would know where to find him. Unless he's already killed him. So he's married. Where's his house then? Well into the residential district. Thanks a lot. You're Preta, right? Is this Amari's house? Of course he's not. Day in, day out, that old lout just drinks himself civvy and never comes home. Finished with him. If I ever see him again, string him up to his eaves by his underwear. Whoa, let's take a breath, Preta. No good drunkard. That's too good for him. Kinda need him alive, though. At least for now. I have something I really need to ask him. Do you have any idea where he might be? I should like to know myself. Guessing you already checked the tavern? Yep, I did. And nope, he's not there. Any other ideas? Maybe he's finally sobered up then. In hiding is my guess. He knows what's in store for him when he comes to Hook. He doesn't have the guts to step outside the town either. So he must be around somewhere. Like I said, he's probably hiding. This wasn't as helpful as I'd hope. Okay, thanks. I'll go look for good hiding places. I'm not angry at you. If you find him, just tell him to come home, okay? And if he actually comes home, I'll string him up I'll sew him up the eaves by his underwear. Wow, why can't I say that? Got it. I'll let him know. Mari, I finally found you. I'm sorry. Don't tell her I'm here. If you don't want to tell Preta where you are, answer some questions. Sound fair? Anything. Go ahead. Ask me anything. When the clock tower fell after the earthquake, did you see anyone take an iron-looking thing from around the plaza? I don't know about that. Not me. So you didn't see anyone pick anything up? No? Last time I woke up in the plaza in the dead of night, I might have seen someone with something shiny. Shiny? What did it look like? I was half asleep. Besides, the only light was the moon. I couldn't see them clearly. You've got to remember something. If you don't, you might just have to pay Preta a visit. Skinny. He was skinny. He had feathers on his head. Feather, like on a hat? What else? Might have been a hat. His head was a funny shape, though. Don't remember him having a neck. Skinny? No neck? Was he wearing a scarf by chance? Yes. His neck looked fuzzy at night. I think he had something in his mouth. pipe, perhaps. No, it was sharper than that. Pointed downward, I think. When he took the shiny thing, his eyes got all shiny too. I think I know who it might be. Thanks, Mori. Don't tell Prada where I am. I've got nowhere else to go. She asked me to tell you to go home, but apart from that, I'm staying out of it. She asked you to what? She said she won't be mad, so you should go home. But if I go home, she'll string you up the eaves by your underwear? Yeah. I'm not going home to that. Squash, did you take a shiny thing from the plaza a while ago? You've done your research, I see. A fragment of astrolatrium splintered off a gear, so I added it to my little collection. I knew it. That's a gear fragment from the clock tower. We can't fix it without that piece. Can we have it, just as it is? If that's so. Very well, only fair to return it. Thank you. I owe you big. I might not part with it for anyone else, CJ. Apologies for inconveniencing you. Tatara, I've got what you need. Nice work. I'll start the casting right away. I have to start with the crucible, so come back in 4 or 5 days. Got it. Thanks, Tatara. Hi, Tatara. Is the gear ready? Sure is. Not bad for my first time casting, if I do say so myself. You're my hero, Tatara. Can't thank you enough. Oh, stop. Besides, it was pretty fun to try casting. I can expand my services thanks to you guys. If you need anything else, just let me know. Will do. Got all we need for now. If anything comes up, we'll swing by. Shiva, the gear is ready. You little star. This we can finally finish renewing New Neva's pride and joy. It's wrong to treat you poorly, CJ. You're a good person. Here, take a stamp. The Minrir. Now we can finally head to the Barrows beneath the town. Took you long enough, didn't it? Come on. Let's get this show on the road. Isha? My father made a deal with the Empire and put the townsfolk in danger by dragging them into the Barrows. All for my sake. I put the people of this town through so much. Can I ever make it up to them? Isha, listen. Daska did everything he did to save his little girl. Now that little girl will have to pick up where he left off. Besides, you already have. Who else could have kept this town running like clockwork since Daska disappeared? Shudder to think what will become of this place without you. So if this town's you're worried about, then go smash that sigil to bits and free yourself from this blasted blessing. Shiva, thank you. Alright, so that's our point of no return. So I'm going to do side quests, and then we'll be back to take on the final bit. Okay, it is time to finish this. Done pretty much every side quest. And upgraded everybody's equipment and stuff, so we really only have this left to do. I think there's like one fishing pole upgrade I didn't do, and one armor upgrade for Guru I didn't do. But let's go ahead and jump in and finish the game, since I know there's a ton of stuff in the post-game that I'd be able to do that stuff for anyways. I'm glad to hear you saying nice things for a change. But do you think you could get this gear in place for us?
Right away. Give me a hand, will you? It's huge.
I've got it.
Right then. Use that pulley to drag the weights up. My arms are already ready to fall off.
This one, yeah? Here we go. It's moving. The weight is rising. I should hope so, mate. It's working all right.
It's working all right. At this rate, the weight will reach the bottom in about 4 days. Sounds about right, if memory serves. We used to wind it up every 4 days or so back in the day.
Didn't you say we'd have to ride the weight down to where the lens fits in?
I did.
You telling me it's going to take 4 days?
Don't be silly. There's a maintenance lever that'll take you right down.
Oh, good.
What are you waiting for? An invitation? Hop on that weight and get going.
Got it.
Just got to pull this lever and you'll be away.
Watch out, CJ. I don't want my friends to get hurt. No worries. Just a short trip down, isn't it? Ready when you are, Shiva.
Ugh.
It's here. The lens can fit in here. Alright, Menrir. I need to help my friend. So wakey wakey. Hands off Snaky. Yes, time to smash that sigil up good. I didn't have to solve it this time? It solved it on its own? Ugh! Shiva, why are you here? It must be because he was near the Minra too. This just keeps badder and badder. Shiva, are you hurt?
That took gears off me. What just happened?
Should have said something, Shiva. Anyone near the Minra gets pulled in through it. I didn't think.
So that's how it works, eh? Is that right? I have to stock up on shiny black eggs to get those years back. Hold on. Are we in the Barrows? Why, never. This is... You guys have had this place all to yourselves all this time?
He's changed his tune. Amazing what a change in perspective can do, ain't it? Well, it is quite striking when you see it in person. So what do we do about Gramps? Can't drag him along behind us, can we? Even if we wanted to send him back, I don't see the Minra anywhere around. We can hardly leave him here. He'll have to come along. This gets better and better.